Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So a little fun fact about me is that I love visiting movie and TV show filming locations. It's almost like a treasure hunt, and I've done it a few times, but I thought I would kind of turn this into a series on my channel so that whenever I go to different movie or TV show locations, I can show you guys the different places that I went to and tell you guys how you can get to those places as well, in case you guys are ever curious or want to visit, want to have a photo op or anything like that. So I thought the best way to start this series would be to go visit the San Francisco Shang filming locations. Let's get into the Shang-Chi San Francisco movie locations. Any articles or anything like that that I did my research with, I will have them down in the description box below in case you're interested in reading them. And I won't be sharing any spoilers to the movie in case some people haven't watched the movie yet. No spoilers will be revealed. Pretty much things I'll be mentioning are things that people should already know if you've seen the trailer at least. So I really won't be spoiling anything. Also, I will not be sharing any video clips. I'll be showing screenshots of comparisons to the movie just because I've gotten copyrighted in the past for a lot of my movie related videos. So we're gonna stop that. We're just gonna do screenshots from now on because it's a little ridiculous how much I've gotten copyrighted. It's a little bad. Shang-Chi was actually filmed not only in the studio, but it was also filmed in Australia, in China, and San Francisco. I obviously am not able to travel to all those places right now, but since I live in California, I'm able to go to San Francisco. And in the opening part of the movie, right when they're introducing San Francisco, they do an overhead shot of the city, they do an overhead shot of Alcatraz, and they also do an overhead shot of Golden Gate Bridge and Lombard Street. I did not film an overhead shot of San Francisco because I do not have a drone, but you're in San Francisco, you get the picture. Alcatraz. So there are different areas that you can go for a good view of Alcatraz. I could have chosen a better viewpoint of Alcatraz, but I've actually never really paid attention to viewpoints. I just know where you go to hop onto a boat to get a tour of Alcatraz. If you guys have never had a tour, highly recommend it. It's really interesting, a little creepy, but it's pretty interesting to learn about. But the viewpoint that I went to, it's on Beach Street and Larkin. I will have an image up here for anyone who's visual. And you can go to, basically it's by the aquatic park. But if you want an actual address that'd be easier to type in of where exactly I went, I just walked down the road from Ghirardelli Square, which is on Larkin. So go down Larkin and it's right on Beach Street. Then for the Golden Gate Bridge, my favorite viewpoints to see the Golden Gate Bridge are from the Presidio, and this day I'd actually gone to I didn't go in, but I went to the area of where the Walt Disney Museum is, and this is the view that I had. I didn't time it well and the fog rolled in very quickly. But that's normal. That's what happens in San Francisco. We're not like Florida where it's the Sunshine State. We have fog and you gotta plan accordingly. So you can view the Golden Gate Bridge from very different points, but my favorite part is down by the Presidio. So I'm gonna pull this clip from the archives of Ashley's Roses and show you what that looks like, and the address. Just so you guys know, all of the addresses I will have in the description box below. Then for Lombard Street, honestly, just click in Lombard Street and it'll take you right to the top. I'm not 100% sure, but I think there's a fee now to drive down Lombard Street. But if you don't want to drive down and have to pay a fee, you can simply just walk down the side of the stairs, and that's what I did, and that's how you get a really cool angle, and you get to watch cars drive down as well. I would have to say, if you are going to walk down the stairs, parking is very hard around that. Like, you'd probably have to park blocks away to be able to walk over, depending on the timing of day that you go. My suggestion is honestly just Uber it. Uber, drop off, walk down, explore the area, or drive down Lombard. But I think it's really cool to have a chance to walk down it. Now for the bus scene. Now the bus scene, honestly, it was like a wild goose chase trying to find all these locations. And basically, I originally was following the information from one article. Then I found out that half of those things were incorrect. And then I found a different article that gave clear instructions. And then I watched a news clip, a news report, where they were talking about when they're actually filming in San Francisco, and they mentioned the street names. So that's how I narrowed it down to what exact streets they did. So for the bus scene, they went down Bush Street and California Street, and they went through different neighborhoods of Nob Hill, and then they ended up by Ghirardelli on Larkin Street. We actually did Ghirardelli on a different route, so we didn't follow the exact bus route because it was getting a little confusing. Okay, so your Google Maps might drop you off on Polk Street, Beach Street, or Larkin. But if you want the actual part that they drove by in the bus scene, they went on Larkin Street, down Larkin Street, and right before you get to Beach, that's where the bus stopped. Well, crashed. Stopped/crashed with the garbage truck. So the last part of the bus scene, I almost forgot because when I was reading one article, it didn't mention this place, but then when I was reading a different article, it mentioned it, and then I went back to the trailer and then I saw it. I've seen the movie twice, but I just forgot for a second that the bus went through Stockton Tunnel. And I've been to San Francisco several times, and I had never heard of Stockton Tunnel in my entire life. Also, I did not even realize that there are so many tunnels in San Francisco. That was pretty cool. But it was very difficult to find this because A, we didn't even know what we were looking for. We didn't even know where to go. All I knew from what I'd read online was that it said Stockton and Bush. And I'm just like, I don't know where that's at. Like, I knew kind of where that's at, but I'm like, where is the entrance? Like, how do you get there? And plus, even on your way there, there's so many different one-ways, and then you can't turn down the different street. It was very complicated, and we went round and round several times. And on the last try, we finally found it. So, this is my best way to explain how to get there. If you're typing an address into your phone, like, you can't type in Stockton Tunnel. It won't, like, it'll tell you Bush Street and Stockton, but it won't tell you really how to get there. I'm just dumb. So basically, if you need an address to put in this one. This actually leads you to a bar. Stay with me. It leads you to a bar called Tunnel Top. This bar is directly on top of the tunnel. So you're gonna go past Tunnel Top. So you're gonna be on Bush Street. You're gonna go down on Bush Street. Then you're going to take a right on Grant Avenue. And then you're going to take a right on Sutter Street. And then right when you're approaching the light, you're not going to go straight. Don't make that mistake. You're gonna go right. You're gonna go right onto Stockton Street. And that will lead you right directly into the tunnel. I can't tell you how frustrating it was to find this. We kept going round and round. We were in Chinatown, we were in Union Square, we were in all over. It was kind of crazy. But what's interesting about this tunnel is that it has a sidewalk in it. So it has a way for pedestrians to walk into it. So up by the tunnel top, they actually have an entrance of stairs and such for pedestrians to go down and then can walk down the sidewalk inside the tunnel. Or if you're already down there on Stockton Street, you can access the sidewalks. We did not walk the sidewalks because A, we didn't have time for that, and B, I didn't really want to do that, so we drove. Next is Ballet Hotel, and this is actually on California Street, so one of the same routes that the bus had taken during the bus scene. And California Street is also the road that Katie was driving that red sports car. So the Ballet Hotel, if you guys remember, is, if you've seen the movie, it's where Shang and Katie are valet attendants. Is that what they're called? Parking attendants, valet attendants. Yikes. Yeah. So that's what they do at the Paramount. When we found the Paramount, we learned very quickly that parking is very hard to find, all in the surrounding areas in California Street and all the other streets, and it's kind of hard because there's a park, there's a church, there's neighborhoods, and basically that area is one of the hardest places to find parking. So if you're looking for parking, good luck. What we did was my mom suggested that we pull into Ballet and just say, hey, we're filming this video, do you mind if we just pull over here, film, and then we'll get out of your way. At first I really didn't want to do that, but then, it made sense. And one of the ballet attendants named Juan, he was absolutely excited. Juan, if you're watching this, thank you so much for making this portion of my experience very special. He was talking about the hotel, talking about Shang-Chi. He was there when they were filming it, and we got a picture out front, which was really cool. And then after I finished filming and taking pictures and all that, he took me inside and showed me this hallway where basically it's almost like the Hall of Fame hallway at the Fairmont, where they have all these different celebrities and what movies they've filmed and TV shows they've filmed, all at the Fairmont, and just pictures of so many people and government officials as well. Like it was pretty cool. They even had Casey Neistat was at the Ballet Hotel, and his picture was framed up there as well. They don't have Shang-Chi up yet, but I'm sure they're going to put it up very soon. So that was very special to be able to see that and experience that, and it was very nice to have people be nice and to let us pull over just to film it. So you never know. Sometimes all you gotta do is ask. So that was pretty cool. And oh my word, the hotel is gorgeous. I would love to stay there one day. It's really pretty. Now Shang-Chi receives this postcard in the movie, and this postcard has his address on it. And that address is 1045 Euclid. Not sure how you say it. I think it said Euclid Street. That's what some of the articles were saying. But every time you type that in, nothing comes up. There is a Euclid Avenue, but the neighborhoods didn't really match up of what you see or hear in the movie. So then, according to a different article, it said that Clement Street is actually where his apartment is at. Basically all what you see in the movie and all the sounds that you hear in the movie are from Clement Street. And they don't have an exact address, but on an interview, they said that if you go up 1 mile west on Clement Street between 10th and 9th, there is a particular apartment that inspired Shang-Chi's apartment. What apartment that is, I have absolutely no idea. By the time we got over there, traffic was building, it was getting late, people were coming home from work, and it just kind of would have been in a way of trying to drive slowly, of trying to find this place. So I have no idea what particular apartment that is. And also I wanted to be respectful of people who lived in that area. But we did drive through on Clement Street. So this is what it looked like, and we passed 10th and 9th. So that fits the setting of what I would imagine where Shang-Chi would live. So I mean, that was pretty cool to be able to see that. But we did go on 1045 Euclid Avenue just to see what it looked like. And there's some really nice houses and apartments over there. But it didn't really fit the type of where I think Shang-Chi would be living. So that was pretty cool. I would have to say, if you do find the apartment, I mean, let me know because I'm curious. But if you do go to try to find his apartment, please be respectful of people's homes because that's where they live. It's not a Hollywood set. These are real places, real people live there, and I'm sure they don't want people knocking on their door. So just be respectful of that. I'm excited to start this series and excited to go on these treasure hunts, basically. So let me know if you guys are going to go to any of these locations, and also let me know what other movie or TV show locations you've been curious about, and leave them in the comments because I'd love to go and check it out as well. But as a reminder, all the different addresses and the articles and videos that I used as part of my research, I'll have it linked below. And definitely be sure to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and share this video with others, and give this video a big thumbs up if you haven't already. Really helps my channel grow. And follow me on Instagram for what's going on in my life and sneak peeks of videos. And with that said, I'll see you guys next week. Bye!